Neheh everyone, Mary here again. I know it's been a long time, but I'm glad to be back. I'm just trying to find different ideas for videos and stuff, and it's hard because, you get distracted, things pop up, and you have to worry about other mundane things. But in any case, I did some more research on another subject, so this one's about the ancient Egyptian concepts of time. So, without further ado, the ancient Egyptians had concurrent and sometimes seemingly opposite concepts. Various regions had their own creation myths, deity triads, and different versions of the same myth. None were considered false, but merely complementary to one another. The concept of time was not an exception to the Egyptian culture. Time was viewed as two different deities, each representing a particular perspective of time. Neheh was recurrent time, Djet was continuous. Ancient Egyptian mythology depicted them as a god and goddess respectively. They represented the sum of all possible units of time, and the continued existence of this and the next world depended on them. The next world in which the Neteru resided, and the world that humans arrived to when they died, was not an unchanging world that continued on into eternity. The afterlife was subject to both Neheh and Djet. Both humans and deities partook in these times and could hope to live for millions of years. A single hour in the afterlife could be a lifetime for humans. As the sun traveled through the night, humans would come to life and live out their lifetime, and then return to death after the sun had passed, which would repeat every night. In the instruction of King Merakare, being there is Neheh. Life repeats, the limit is Djet. In comparison with the Neteru, time was slightly different. They could perceive it in a different perspective. In a Ramesside hymn praising Amun, who oversees the future in millions of years, the Djet is before his eyes, as yesterday when it passed. Amun, as the creator, set existence into time from atemporality and could see the entirety of time. He could also move back and forth in time when changing from old age to youth. The Neteru could grow old, die, and be reborn continually. This is especially true with Osiris and Ra, the first resurrected by his wife Isis, the latter going through a lifetime and rebirth with every sunrise. The Egyptians recognized an end to time. In the coffin text, Atum states, "I made millions of years between me and that weary-hearted one, the son of Geb," Osiris. "Then I shall dwell with him in one place. Mounds will become cities and cities mounds, and a state will destroy a state. As time breaks down, Atum will merge with Osiris and no longer be separated by space and time." Chapter 175 of the Book of the Dead elaborates, "This earth will return to the primeval waters, noon, to endless flood as in its first state. I shall remain with Osiris after I have transformed myself into a snake which men do not know and gods do not see. Atum is alone, with no gods or living creatures. He's returned to the original state before creation." In this way, the Egyptians viewed time as precious. Despite preparing for the afterlife, they treasured their lives and the moments which comprised them. On a statue of a priest of Karnak, it is written, "A moment when one sees the rays of the sun is more valuable than being the eternal lord of the underworld." Filling time meant filling it properly, to have a life that was pleasurable, as well as filled with good deeds. While time lasted, a very long time, it only lasted for so long, the Egyptians were determined to enjoy it in life as well as the next. I'll have sources in the description, and if you have any suggestions about what I should cover next, I really enjoy doing the research and writing these out. I just wish I had more ideas and more time. But in any case, yeah, I might start looking into mythology and seeing, you know, the various myths and analyzing them, because, you know, not many people do that. They'll tell the myth, but they won't analyze it. So, you know, just ideas popping around in my head. Let me know what you think. Uh, everybody, I'll see ya. Synebti.